Hello everybody, it is meteorologist Agent's weather forecast. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody had a wonderful night and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the possible flooding for late week for parts of the southeast and also just the south. We're actually not going to be talking about Winter Storm Ibony today. We did talk about that yesterday and there's a possibility I'll talk about it tomorrow. So, we're not going to be talking about the snow. We're going to be talking about the very heavy rain for the south and parts of the plains making its way to the southeast, which can cause very good possibilities for flooding. So, in the next 6 hours, you can see that darkest blue, very heavy rain for Dallas and parts of Oklahoma, southern Oklahoma, moderate rain for Kansas, and they can see that rain snow mix, and they see the light rain near the side of the mix. Light rain making its way into actually Alabama in the next 6 hours. Let's actually check out 12 hours. If you are traveling today in the southeast, I would not really do it because it's going to be a very messy road or very messy and soggy day. 18 hours, wow, that really heavy rain goes into parts of central Louisiana and then parts of Little Rock and just parts of Arkansas. Just very, very heavy rain, like very dark green. It makes its way into parts of Georgia, Alabama, parts of Tennessee with light to moderate rain. 24 hours from now, you can just see that rain starts to get a little lighter for parts of Louisiana, and then it gets really heavy for parts of Mississippi coast. 36 hours from now, you can actually see that there's a little light to moderate rain right there for parts of central Alabama. Not really heavy rain for Alabama yet. You can just see almost all the east coast will be very wet. It's just going to be very wet for parts of the southeast. Some light rain for parts of for the Carolinas, especially the coastal areas, some light rain. We go to 48 hours from now. That moderate rain starts to go in parts of southern Georgia and northern Florida near the panhandle. Moderate rain for parts of the Carolinas and southern Virginia. 60 hours from now, it starts to leave parts of the southeast, but it just stays for the panhandle, southern Georgia, and parts of South Carolina and the coast. But by 78 hours, the 30th, another system forms, and it's going to bring some more rain. So it's going to be very soggy for parts of the southeast. And then by 90 hours, moderate rain for parts of North Georgia. Wow, you can just see how big it gets all the way parts of Illinois from New Orleans, and then making its way to moderate rain for actually Atlanta. Pretty heavy rain for Atlanta. By 120 hours, you can see how big it gets again, all the way for parts of the East Coast. Some heavy bands from North Georgia to Central Alabama, and then that gets really heavy for Atlanta as we go on the 1st of January. Quite some heavy rain for actually Atlanta. And then that system stays for parts of the coastal areas, and then it just stays there for quite a while. So it's possible flooding and a really good chance. So guys, this is the next 10 days. So if you are actually in this darkest color in brown in North Georgia, I'm actually in that dark brown. I'm actually in that dark brown. You can get up to 5 to 6.5 inches. Really heavy rain for parts of central Alabama. Like I said, that heavier band goes there up to actually 6.5 inches. The coastal area is getting some good chance of rain. Panhandle not getting a break from the heavy rain. But actually parts of Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and Gainesville are looking pretty good compared to last time. But New Orleans not really looking good, up to 2.5 inches to 4.5. So look at just almost all of the southeast will have more than 2 inches of rain. It's just a really soggy, maybe 1.5 inches there. Not really a wet South Florida, but if you actually go in the panhandle near the Alabama border, you can get up to 5.5 inches. So that's just what we got to watch out for, as like I said, those heavier bands just come from North Georgia, to Central Alabama, and then you saw that heavy rain near the coastal parts of Mississippi. So what it looks like, and there's time to change it, maybe even more or maybe even less rain. So that's just gotta watch out for. So if you're wondering if there will be a wind with the storm like the last time where it did bring down some trees in North Carolina and Georgia, there is a chance for wind, but it won't be as strong as the last time. So let's actually check out the wind. You can see right in 6 hours, you can see maybe up to maybe 16 mile per hour wind for parts of Mississippi. And then really windy for actually off the coast, a 20 mile per hour wind. And that may make its way in maybe parts of those coastal areas in the Panhandle. And that really heavy wind will actually come from Texas, as when that rain snow mix, it would just cause quite a lot of rain with that system. And then let's check out the next 18 hours. Parts of Mississippi right here in this greenish color can actually get to 27 mile per hour winds. So that's really dangerous because especially in parts of Mississippi, it's going to be quite moist. The soil is going to be quite moist. So when there's 25 mile per hour wind, it can really cause down those trees to come down really easily. Atlanta not looking like a lot of rain wind, maybe 8 mile per hour wind in the 30 hours. Central Alabama can get up to 16 mile per hour wind. That's dangerous because that's where they can get up to 5 inches of rain. So you're not really looking like a lot of actually wind in the first system for actually parts of the Carolinas and Georgia. But if we go to 114 hours to the 31st, Atlanta could get some wind. Right here, get up to 18 mile per hour wind on the 31st, and then really heavy wind for that part of the coastal area of Louisiana, where they can get up to 24 mile per wind. So you just gotta watch out for this, guys. See, it's not really looking like a lot of wind compared to last time, but there's still a lot of watch and a lot can change. Wow, guys, let's just look at the National Weather Service, and boy, did it change a lot. Wow, you can see all these areas. Let me actually circle this. All these areas in this dark green are under flood watch. So look at all these areas, and all the way from West Virginia to Mississippi coast. And you know what I'm worried about? In this actually yellow color, there are tornado watches. Parts for Jackson, Mississippi, New Orleans, Baton Rouge is in some kind of actually tornado watch. And you see these little red counties right here. I don't know if you can see that, guys. Those 2 counties in that red, that's a tornado warning. So really gotta watch out, guys, because like I said, those really heavier band rain will just cause those tornado possibilities with severe thunderstorms. Just look at all these flood watches. Wow, this is a lot. Wow, guys, you can see there's a flood. There's actually blizzard warnings for parts of the Dakotas and parts of Minnesota. You can see blizzard warnings again for parts of Nebraska and Kansas. Winter storm warnings in that pinkish color, and then you can see in this purplish color winter storm advisory. So you can just see how busy it is. You can just see how busy it is looking from Albany, such as the rain from Albany, the snow from Albany, and then the after snow for Albany, which will go for parts of the northeast. So just look how busy. Most of this is just because Albany. Look how busy the United States is looking. You have winter storm warnings. You have blizzard warnings. You have flash flood watches. You have wind advisories. You have tornado watches. You have tornado warnings. You have a freeze watch. You have a special weather statement. You have you do have a flood advisory. So you're looking quite busy for parts of the just the United States, but we gotta watch out for this flood watch and then the tornado watches. So Hope you guys like this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and be careful if you're in the southeast and have a tornado watch or anything. Just be careful. See you guys in the next video. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.